Hello, hello. So we are going to be doing a little live class where we paint a spooky house and some fun little ghosts. I did it earlier on Instagram and I was going to save them, but of course I lost the video. So I'm going to do it again for y'all, which is super exciting because you know, things are always better the second time around. I'll even show you compare. We can look at both and then you can be like, wow, yeah, it always helps. So if you ever mess something up, don't worry because the next chance is going to be perfect. Okay, so let's do this. And we're going to do, all right, so I'll talk through my supplies. Well, first of all, this is in honor of our Fall for Watercolor Challenge, which is so exciting. We had, when I was tallying up the entries, we had 555 entries, which is so cool. We were painting one design each day, only 3 minutes of different fall things. So definitely look through my feed if you want to see more of that. So that's super exciting. Today I'm using one pad of arches or arch paper and 140-pound cold press. So I've got this and it's on a block, which means that the pages are sealed together, which keeps it from warping too much. And then this, I'm trying out my watercolor paper from Winsor & Newton. I did it earlier and I liked it. So I found them to be fairly comparable, which was cool. So we've got that. I've got my palette from Sylvan Clayworks. She makes really beautiful palettes, and her Casper palettes are on sale today, so they'll go fast. They're hot. And yeah, so I've got my Winsor & Newton paints on here, and I'm just using these fun colors. I'm going to use some Payne Spray fresh from the tube later. And if you don't have a watercolor block where the sides are down, you can go ahead and use washi tape. So here's some washi tape that I give out for my in-person watercolor classes for people to keep their paint down or their page down. I've got a little watercolor towel here. You can use a paper towel. Got a pencil, got some water. It was cleaner earlier, but it's gonna be fine. And I have a wash brush. I'm using a size 16 brush from Infinity Arts. I love her brushes. It's a nice soft brush. And then this is a size 6 round brush from Infinity Arts as well. I don't know why I just had brain fart. And what I love about this brush is look at how thin you can get it. It's like little details. And if you use the code KATE10 on her website, you'll get 10% off. I have my coffee, very important. And then I also have my heat embossing tool that I use to blow dry. You might want to use a hair dryer. Since we're doing a lot of wet action today, we are gonna want to have that. Okay, so we're gonna do 2 designs. This one is gonna be teaching us how to do a nice wash and talk about the glaze technique. And then with these little ghosties, we're gonna talk about creating a water barrier and what that means. So let's go ahead and start with our background for our spooky house. And I guess we're gonna use this one because I've already spilled on it. All right, so I'm gonna take my wash brush and I want to start the top with orange and then purple on the bottom. I think that's what, yes, we're gonna do purple at the top. And then I'm just gonna like note a very small line actually, like for a little moon. Because last time I tried to do it and then I was like, oh shoot, it's a really weird moon. This is also a weird moon. Apparently I can't draw circles. Okay, that might be really too light for you to see, but you want it to be light so that, because when you're done, once you've painted on top of it, then you're kind of stuck with the line. Okay, so we're gonna do this, and we're just gonna take some nice broad strokes here. I love this purple color. I think it's Windsor Violet, maybe. It's got a lot of depth to it. Just see the color like cascading out. So I'm just kind of going around the moon. And this is another example of water barrier. Like the water is not going to spill into the moon because the grip of the paper holds it, which is so cool. That's kind of how you can work watercolor. Like you can work the water around on your page before it dries, which is very cool. So cool. All right. All right. For those of you joining, if you don't know me, I'm Kate. I'm a watercolor artist, and I love sharing watercolor tips. Seriously, this Fall for Watercolor Challenge was so fun. All the videos, if you still are in the spooky spirit after today, all those videos are available. We did some fun leaves. We did some fun, like we had kind of a in the garden, harvest garden week. I'm gonna add some more color up here, so I'm just digging right into the color. Oh yes, very spooky. And then I'm gonna come in at the bottom and use some orange. Probably gonna need to do more, probably gonna need to get some fresh water for the next part. And we're gonna just kind of bring it up. I'm just going really fast, really loose. Don't sweat this part, y'all. Okay. So, and now I'm gonna connect them and we'll see them kind of cascade together, which is super fun. I'm gonna kind of blend it a little bit. I think I want a little bit more purple in through here. Just, you know, give it some extra pizzazz, bring some of that into the top. Okay. And, all right, this is like very saturated. Okay. I think this is cadmium orange. Anywho, so it was so fun. It's great, like little 3-minute challenges. It's a great way to kind of just go quick and dirty so you don't have to like stress about it too much. It's like nobody's expecting perfection because it's, you know, it's 3 minutes, right? All right, let me grab some clean water for our ghosts. I'll be right back. I mean, I'm here. I'm still here. I'm just like not at the camera. Let's find, oh my gosh, y'all, I cleaned my office. Now I can't find anything. I was like, oh, this is gonna help so much. Now I don't remember where I put anything. Okay, we got it. Just pouring some water in. If y'all have questions as we're going along, please feel free to ask them. I think there's some sparkles in there, so that'll be fun. If you're using sparkly pigment paints and you don't want sparkles in your watercolor work, make sure you really clean out that water cup very well. This is kind of pooling too much, so I'm actually gonna pick it up with a dry brush. You can see it kind of pooling in the middle, and we do not want that. And I like that it's kind of coming off the edges. I think it looks like cool and spooky, but if you want straight edges, just use your washi tape or painter's tape or whatever, and it'll do that. Okay. So I'm gonna leave that right there. We're gonna let this dry. We're gonna put it over here. Now we're gonna do our spooky ghosts. And this is what we're gonna work on, wet and wet. So fun. Okay, so you're gonna take your smaller paintbrush and, okay, that was already dirty from last time. We're gonna create little ghost shapes without any color in it. Just kind of all over our page. And I'm actually gonna add a little bit of color so you might be able to see it better. Here, I can turn this light on too. There we go. You might be able to see it in the reflection. I'm just adding its little wiggly bottom. I'm sure that's the proper term. And we're just doing just plain water. And then this is where the fun part comes in. Okay. So we're gonna, let's do pink for this one. I like this permanent rose from Winsor & Newton. We're just gonna kind of, woo, spooky. Okay, let's add a little more. All right. What is everybody dressing up for Halloween as? We were the family Madrigal. I was Louisa. I had a little donkey. My baby was the donkey. My daughter was Isabella. Okay, I like that. So see how it's coming up? It is like And you can even tilt your paper and coax the paint that way. And y'all, if you have any questions, feel free. I'm kind of checking it every once in a while. Kind of bad at talking and answering questions at the same time, but I'll make sure I'm checking it every once in a while. And okay, so we've got our spooky ghost right here, and then we're gonna do another one. So make sure your paintbrush is totally clean, and we're gonna make another ghosty shape. And you want a lot of water on this. If you're finding that as you do it, your ghost is dry in parts before you even get the wiggly bottom color in, you're gonna want to just add a little bit more water. You can even just drip it directly from your brush, dip it in your cup, slap the water on your shape, and that'll help keep the wet area a little more saturated so you have a longer time to work with it. And you can see this is like growing and expanding as we're talking. The paint, while it is still wet, will continue to do its thing as we go along. Okay, so I'm picking colorful colors. If you like more muted tones, this would look really cool even if you just did like all Payne's gray or something. Oh my god, that would be so cool. I just really want some colorful ghosts. My daughter's imaginary friends are her ghostesses, so she's gonna be very excited to get this finished piece. Encapsulate it. I feel like I kind of did like a little flirty ghost bottom over here. Okay, let's add this. All right. And then, yeah, I kind of want a little bit more over here. Oh yes, this is kind of fun. You can even, if you want some pizzazz, you can just dab your paintbrush in there. What is going on with this edge? It's kind of, okay, there we go. And that one's kind of like moving perhaps. All right, so we're gonna clean off to, all right. Let me check and make sure we haven't had any comments that I've missed. Oh, thank you so much for the Fox reading book. Oh, yay! I'm glad you got it. Thank you. Yeah, so I actually have a bunch of, woohoo! Hello, Leslie Otter. Otter know better. That's funny. Yeah, so I was the person saying something about the Fox. I just put a lot of my pieces that I had used to create cards. So they're like original artwork, but they were just scanned in. But I decided I was going to sell the originals. So if you've been wanting some original art, I have them all in my highlights on IG, and you can just DM me and let me know you want one. They're priced very affordably because I just like, I don't know, I just need to stop looking at them. I love them, but it's like, I need to make room for bigger and better things, you know? Like moving on to like, I really want to like work on larger scale projects. So I'm trying to like kind of make some space in my office. But these, it's hard to part with because it's some of my early, oh, I forgot to fill in the middle with this one. Some of my earlier paintings. So anyway, if you want some Kate Talcott originals before we get famous, now's your chance. But anyway, so these are the ghostesses. Yeah, my daughter's imaginary friends are ghosts. Baby ghost is always such a rascal. Can never get anywhere on time. So as you can, did you see how these kind of like kissed each other? And now you can kind of see that pink coming in. I'll do it down here by the blue because I think that'll really have a cool, I'm going to do it really close and I won't let it kiss until I've created the whole shape so we can really see that paint cascade. And this is called Wet and Wet. We're letting it, the paint bleed into the other areas. I almost wonder, like, I kind of want to do hands. Should I do the like ghost arms? Let me know in the comments if I should do little ghost arms or if we like just the wiggly bottoms. Okay, let's do this cool lime green. Oh, here, I can bring this closer so you can see the colors. Oh, that's sweet. She's saying there are early works that her husband will never sell because it's from his early days and his style has changed. That's really cute. Okay, so let's add the wiggly bottom here. All right. And then watch as I make the paint connect with the blue. Did you see how it kind of pushed that blue out of the way? Okay, we're gonna do a little more. Oh, that's surprising. I was thinking the blue was gonna come into, there we go, into the green one. But actually, because this was more saturated, it went the other way and it pushed the blue out of the way. So that's kind of fun. You like never know what's gonna happen. Keeps you on your toes. All right, let's do like a little baby. Do we want arms? Oh, hi, Leslie. Oh, I already say hi to you, but I'll say hi again. And Miss Bell, hello guys. Hello friends. All right. So we're gonna do a little baby ghost. He's just gonna be kind of like off to the side like he's racing in. Do we want arms? What do we want? What do we think? Let me know. We can do arms or no arms. Maybe we'll just have baby ghost have arms and we can see if we like it. There's some dark paint on there. So if your paint ever gets contaminated, you can kind of like wash it off with your brush and then it should be good. Oh, it's gonna be a lot of paint. Very saturated. Woo! Keep making ghost noises every time I put paint in. All right, here we go. All right, and I think I want to have this green connect too. I don't know, maybe that would get my shape all wrong. Yeah, we won't have that connect yet. All right, babies can have arms, yay! Okay, let's do some little arms. Hi, I'm a little baby ghost. They're cute. Okay, I kind of love it. I think they should all have arms. How fun is that? Okay. So since these are still wet, we can give them arms. Okay, I'm just gonna grab a little pink. And this one's like, hey, got a little arm on its, this one's gonna be like, hi, I'm saying hi. All right, that's cute. I don't know. Anyway, so as I was doing this the first time, I didn't have the ones prepped because I like being able to share with you guys like how I make painting decisions like in real time, I guess. I know a lot of painting tutorials don't really like, I don't know, if you're taking like a painting class, oftentimes they won't show you like the parts that are like the mess ups or the fixes. They'll show you how to do it, like, you know, without making mistakes. But I think that's kind of what's missing from the world of watercolor education is like, what do I do if I mess up, you know? Like, what am I supposed to do? How do I fix it? How do I make it work? How do I pivot? Because watercolor is one of those mediums that is, you know, wily. So it's important to know what happens, what to do if your painting doesn't quite match up with your expectations. Woo! Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Oh yes, that blue is like, I am ready to party. Just had a Four Loko. No, just kidding. Not me. Could you imagine? I'd be wild. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad that's helpful. So yeah, we did a giveaway, and at the end I'll let you know who won, because I know some people were posting on TikTok and we got some really cool prizes to give out. So I'm super excited about that. But If you are at the beginning of your painting journey, maybe I'll do some like green on the bottom of it. Oh, we already did green. Let's do some yellow. Let's do some pink, hot pink. So if you are kind of new to your painting journey or want to just have a little accountability, a little bit like of a painting community, I am starting a new thing in my newsletter where we are going to have a challenge each month. And since y'all are here, I'll just tell y'all about it. So next month's challenge is a personal one for me, but I know I'm not the only one who's experiencing it. Oh, we forgot our arms. This one's like, I don't know, where are my arms? I can't do anything. I've just been really struggling to make time to paint what I want to paint. And I spoke about it on my social media platforms and everybody was like, yeah, it is hard. Like prioritizing the thing that helps you get better, right? So I was like, well, let's make this into a challenge. So basically what that means is I'm going to share a little bit about what I do and how I'm approaching it. And this is something I'm doing in real time. So you'll see what it's like, you know, for real, like while it's happening. And we can share suggestions. Oh, I kind of like that this little arm is blue. Oh my God, the arms are so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's like that girl in the Minions movie. So she's like, it's so fluffy. Okay. I will not scream and burst your eardrums. I mean, maybe. And yeah, so we're gonna talk through ways. We're gonna share strategies of what we do when we're stuck in painting. Yay! Jeannie, hi. Oh my gosh, wait. Jeannie Beth, you actually were one of our winners. I'm so excited you're here. So yes, you won some very exciting things. At the end of the thing, I'll show you, but, also I'll send you a DM too. So we can get you information. So very exciting stuff. Okay, what am I doing? Painting. But anyway, so the challenge will cover like, you just have some accountability, right? I decided for me, something that would be helpful would be, going live and painting more so that, you know, it's like if I can't show up for myself, I can at least show up for other people, which, you know, that probably says something that I need to work on personally, but, you know, we're neither here nor there. So that's going to be one of my plans. We have Great Danes. Well, one, thank God, only one. He's just being very loud. So sorry, everybody say hi to Murphy. Yeah, so I'm going to try to do more TikTok lives. I really like this. I don't know if y'all can see it. Yay! Is it Jenny or Jeannie? But I'm so excited for you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, one of your things is the watercolor paper sampler. So you're going to get to try out a bunch of new different types of paper, which is so fun. But yeah, so I'm gonna try to do more lives. I'm gonna do some YouTube lives, but I think I'm gonna be doing some TikTok lives because I just started the like subscriber thing on there. So once I get to 25 subscribers, I will be able to, it'll like provide enough resources that I can make the time to do live classes once a month. So you'll get something like this, but it'll be for Jenny. Okay. Hi, Murphy. Oh yeah, here you guys can see Murphy. Hey, buddy. Little butt. Big butt. He thinks it's a little butt. He's like, I'm a lap dog. So anyway, so that'll be something really cool. Once I get to 25 subscribers, then you can be a part of a like little mini lesson live classes every month, which will be something like this. Which is so fun. Yes. What color do I want to do? Maybe I like that red. I think I'm going to do another red one. So anyway, as you're watching this, feel free to ask questions, but basically I am using this barrier of the water. It's all staying inside the ghost. It's not spilling all over the page. That is the mark of a good watercolor paper. If your paint, or if your water, see, I'm kind of moving it sideways so I can see, since this is clear, I can kind of see where the edges, like I can see the lines of where my ghost edges are, because that's one tricky thing about just working straight with straight water on your paper, is you might not be able to see what you're doing. So let's do this wiggly bottom. What was I talking about? So helpful. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, the water barrier. So with the water barrier, that's the mark of a good watercolor paper. You want to be able to like work your paints on your page. So if it's absorbing too fast, if it's drying too fast, and you're like, I know I put enough water on there. Actually, would that be a helpful tutorial on how to know like how much water you need for different scenarios? Yes, good watercolor paper means a good like barrier. Yes, adventure quarters. Hi. Good to see you. Yeah, so that's really crucial, because if things are spilling all over the page, and that's why I like cold press paper, because the cold press paper is going to have a little bit more texture on it. More tooth is the appropriate word. And I think the texture helps the paper hold where I want the paint to go a little better. Sometimes with hot press, it's a little bit smoother. It's smooth. I feel like I don't have as much control over the paint. Some people like hot press because since it's smoother, it's easier to scan in. I do like it sometimes for watercolor lettering because I feel like the brush flows more smoothly over the page. But other people, you know, everybody has their own opinion. So you just kind of got to try stuff out and see what you like. You can also get rough paper, which I already did a lot of that color. You can do rough paper, which has like much more tooth to it. So that's another option. If you like it, like you want to see a lot of texture. Oh yes, let's get your little armpit here. Little ghosties. Oh my God, these are so cute. Ooh, thank you for the sweet candies. High texture paper, yes. Okay, yes. So we like the idea of getting more help with how much water is too much water. Okay, actually, let me write that down. Otherwise, I'm gonna forget. Okay, how much water is too much? Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to just add a couple more little ghosties here, and then we'll go back to our other one. Let's do a green one down here. So, while y'all are here, I was wondering, I'm going to try to start doing more. I've done a few YouTube videos, but I want to start doing more. I personally like these little like quick tutorials that we do on TikTok. But I was wondering how many people liked like longer form videos for advice. Like if you were like, what is a watercolor wash? Or like how much water is too much water? How much time would you watch before you're like, okay, I got it, I'm done. Like for me, I'm always like, I wish they would just spit it out. Just tell me the info. But I know other people like to have kind of longer videos. So I'd be curious to see what you all prefer. So I can, you know, you're here, so I want to accommodate what you want. I would be curious to see what y'all think. Yeah, so we're going to come back at this one after these little ghosties have dried. And this one looks like it has BO because it's like kind of yellow coming from the armpit. We love it. Just a little stinky little ghost. Let's see. Let's do like a little swirly whirly over here. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I talk too fast, but I always feel like if I talk on a video that's like long form, that's not a tutorial like this, I'm just like, oh my God, let's just get to it. I'm wasting people's time. You know, I just want it to be like, get you the information as fast as I can. So, but I know maybe it goes too fast for some people. So I'd be interested to hear what you think. Agreed. People can always fast forward. 20 to 30 minutes for, okay. Oh gosh, okay. To have levels of skill would be great. Like, oh, okay. I like that. I could do like skiing, right? This one's a double black diamond. You know, I don't know if you saw that, but I just threw my paintbrush across the room because that's fun. Oh, and this is a reminder if y'all like what my paintbrush is doing. This is actually my absolute favorite go-to paintbrush. It is from Infinity Arts. If y'all use the code, she might still be having her sale where it's 25% off for her newsletter folks. But I want to do hot pink with this one. But you can use the code KATE10, and this is the size 6 soft round brush. And it is just magical. I love it because you can like, see if I flatten it, you can just get can you see that? Like, see how tiny that point is. Various skill levels. Okay. Oh, and so fast learners or skilled, get it faster. Interesting. So folks, if you're wanting to have, if you're curious about the terms that I'm using, like wash or bloom or bleed or whatever, and you're like, what the heck is this lady talking about? I do have a free watercolor course if you just go to the link in my profile. So it's 5-day course, and it teaches you all the basic watercolor terms. So you've got, like, if you were to watch more tutorials and people weren't explaining their terms, it would cover most of the things that you would encounter for an initial watercolor painter. He's so cute. We'll throw a little bit of pink. Look, we painted this a while ago, and it's still wet. It's a mark of a good paper. Okay, so we're going to leave this alone for a little bit. Okay, what did Leslie say? Various skill levels. I love that. Yeah, so anyway, so if that's helpful, link is in my bio, and it'll teach you all the basic skills. I also, if you're ever curious about my supplies, there's a link to get my supply list, and yeah, so lots of goodies. Okay, now, so this is dry. We waited for it to dry. I was actually patient this time. And then we are going to cover over it with a second layer. See, look at the difference between this. So this is one layer, and for this one, it has 2 layers. So I started with purple on the top and went down to orange, and then I kind of did it backwards. I did the backwards effect. So purple down here and orange up here. So we got our moon totally orange because we left space for that. And it just creates like this cool, this is called the glaze effect. So you can see the orange underneath. And because of the toothiness, the purple is like on the top and so good. As I learn, most act like we new participants should know. Okay. Yeah. Yes. No, I love that. Yeah, I think that's great. And I try to explain everything like as basic level as I could. So that way, if people already know, they can like tune it out. And okay, so I'm starting with the purple at the bottom. I'm kind of running out of purple. So we're just going to use what we have. Where did it all go? I probably am going to actually squirt more onto my palette. I just really like that purple. So Windsor purple. But yeah, if there's anything ever that y'all don't know, you're like, what is that term? Oh, Windsor violet, that's right. What is that term? What you doing over there? Why do you have that weird thing or whatever? Please ask, because I don't know. I love answering questions. My teacher soul. I love sharing. Okay, so this is a tube paint. This is probably bigger than what you would need if you're just starting out. And tube paint is wet, and you put it on your palette, and you can always let it dry. But if you don't let it dry, some people say you have to let it dry, but no, I don't like following directions like that. You can do whatever you want. It's really saturated when you don't let it dry. So we are gonna just lay it on thick, Oh my God, that is probably too much, but I'll just show you. See how dark that is? Whoo, baby. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wash off my paintbrush totally. Oh my God, so much paint. Oh, but see, ooh. Yes, I love to teach. Yeah, I used to be a middle school teacher, English, and then I switched to middle school librarian. So it's like in my blood. But I'm also really glad to not be teaching in a classroom anymore. I have very, very, very much respect for people who are doing it. But I'm very grateful to be able to paint as my full-time gig. Because it's tough work. Yeah, look at this. Oh, so good. Oh, yay. Hello. You were invited in. What does that mean? Okay, so we've got the top, and we are gonna watch as I cover the moon, because that one hasn't been covered in the purple. It's got this like nice, I don't know, kind of glowy feel to it, right? We could even add in a little bit more orange around the edge if we wanted. A little extra glow. I don't know. Do we like that? Oh, good. There's a hair in it. Gross. You call. Yes. You beckon her with your witchly song. Like that song in Hocus Pocus, right? Okay, so I am loving this. I'm liking it even better than what we had going on here. I swear, every time, you'll see as it dries. If I don't know, every time I do something a second time, I'm like, yes. I'm even going to add a little bit more. I think I'm going to do a little purple here just to give it some depth. So the reason why people say, like, let your paint dry, don't use paint right out of the tube. That's how they sound, by the way. Known fact. No, I'm just kidding. But it's so that you preserve paint, because when you do use it wet, it goes a lot faster. How do I keep it from getting muddy? So the way that I was able to layer orange and purple was I started with purple on top, and then I went from orange at the bottom, and I like met them in the middle with like clearer water. And then I did it the opposite way, purple on the bottom, orange on the top. So you still get that layering effect, but you're right. It doesn't get muddy, because these would, I guess maybe I could try that out. Let's see how these two colors look when they're mixed together. So I'm going to use my smaller paintbrush for this. So we've got the purple. And then we've got our orange. Yeah. And, there's a time and a place for this color, but our colorful witchy scene is not it. So, that's fine. It's like mud, like a nice warm mud, clay, but we don't need that right now. We want vibrant. So we're gonna let this dry. Okay. So then back to my people who use YouTube. Do you want more like projects like this, or do you want me to explain like the nitty gritty? Like, this is how to stretch your paper so it doesn't warp, or how to know if water is too much water. A golden purple, I love that. Okay, let's make a couple more ghosts. So now we're gonna layer over top. Some of these might be dry, some of these might not be, and I love it. We're here for it, whatever it is. So we're gonna kind of look at colors that are not in the area, so it gives like a nice glaze overwards or over top. All right. But yeah, I'm curious to hear like what, I don't know, I feel like some of the quick tips are better with short form, but because I feel like I can't talk about how to stretch paper for 15 minutes. I mean, I guess I could. I mean, I could always expand. But yeah, I don't know. So I'm curious. So next month, we've got some really exciting things coming up. I'm actually going to be teaching how to paint we're going to do like a wintry cabin. And then, so that's going to be one of my virtual workshops. The sign up will be in the link in my bio. Oh my gosh, what? Oh, my sweater is fuzzy. I was like, why do I keep getting these little fuzzies in here? So if you can't get it up with that, sometimes I like to use a kneaded eraser. Both would be cool. Oh yeah, I could totally do YouTube shorts for small tips. I like that. That is good. Okay. All right, so you can use a kneaded eraser and just pick off the hairs because my sweater's really fuzzy. It's kind of chilly today. But yeah, so I'm super excited about this class because I think it'll be in perfect time for the holidays. Like if you're wanting to give a gift to people, you can give them a house portrait. Like maybe you have somebody who just bought a new house. Maybe I don't know, maybe your parents are downsizing or something and you want them to have a keepsake of your childhood home or, whatever. You have a place that you really like. You could even do it for just like buildings. So it'll give you a lot of tools on how to capture that image, how to get it onto your paper, how to do certain techniques to get the look that you want. Why is this taking me so long? So all kinds of stuff that will be really helpful and transferable for you to be able to create a cool gift for your loved ones. And so that'll be cool. I think I'm going to cap it at like 20 or 25. So we still get that feeling of like an intimate class and I can answer all your questions and you can get feedback, real-time feedback. So if there's enough interest, I'd be open to like adding a second day. But for now, if you want first dibs, it'll be open to my newsletter folks first. So you can always hop on my newsletter and that link is in my bio. There's so much to learn. Ooh, color wheel. Okay. Yeah, what do you want to know? Okay, we like that idea. If you write a word on a piece of paper, it may help stay on topic, as well as a tutorial or demo. Write a word on a piece of paper, like color wheel. Could you explain that a little more, Jazzy Mom TX? There's so much to learn. Okay. Yeah, explain what you're talking about a little bit more. Oh, so I don't lose my train of thought. That might be helpful. Okay, so yeah, so the house portrait thing is going to be really fun and really cool. And so that'll be, I'm planning on doing that December 1st. And our holiday collection launches, like demo, water use. Oh, I see. Yeah, so it's like, focus on that thing. Love it. And then it'll be easy. That's like good for people to be able to find what they're looking for really fast too. Yeah, so our holiday collection launches tomorrow and I'm super excited about it. I'm going to tell you why. Because when I was painting it back in February, if you can believe it, yeah. Oh, brush shapes. That's a good one. Yeah, let me know what you want to learn. But yeah, so the holiday collection I was working on it in February and it's kind of what inspired, my business used to be called Kate Talcott Artistry, which that's my name. But it kind of inspired me to switch to Splatter and Bloom. I'd been thinking about the name for a while, but I just wasn't ready to like commit to the name yet, but their spoiler alert or sneak peek info, it's combining a lot of botanical stuff and like colorful florals with holiday and winter. So I'm super excited about that. And it is going to, I don't know, it was just so inspiring while I was painting it. I don't know, it just spoke to me and I was like, this is what I want to do. I found my flair. So that was just, I don't know, I loved it. I hope you love it too. I can't wait to show you tomorrow. Ooh, shading, front to back values, proportions. Okay, yes, love it. Love it. These are all great. Yeah. So anyway, so that's coming out tomorrow. And then the class will be at beginning of December. Oh, and the watercolor kits, I'm just finalizing the designs now. But I think they're going to be really cool. They're not like holiday specific. They're just like general winter, and which I love. So they're gonna be really cute, and those will go on sale. For my newsletter folks, you'll get first dibs, and then, because we make a limited number, but then they'll be available Black Friday, which is awesome. So for your holiday shopping, it doesn't have to be with me, but if you are able to, shopping with small businesses and local artists is like such a wonderful way to make people's day, support your community, and, you know, just make a huge difference. Just saying. People don't do happy dances at Target when you buy a stuffed animal, you know? But here, happy dances aplenty. Oh yeah, look at that bleed. Ah, so good. We love it. We're here for it. I have some good shading tips. I was just thinking about that. Positive vibes. Yay! I love it too. Powered by coffee, you know? Oh, it looks like they're holding hands. Okay, I think I want to do one more, maybe a blue one down here, and then we're going to like move on to the next thing. I'm kind of glad the Instagram one didn't save because I accidentally, when I was doing so the reason why I'm doing a second one of these is because the Instagram video, like, I don't know, I was trying to save it and it just deleted. So that's super fun. But it's always better the second time. I love showing up on here, and yeah, I just feel like they're cuter with arms. So here they looked like Pac-Man, I think. Yeah, it really does happen. And I don't know, whatever. But the challenge and everything was for hitting 3,000 followers on Instagram. So that was very exciting. But personally, I find that TikTok is a little easier to go live on. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So yeah, we've got a lot of fun stuff coming up in November. We've got the new challenge. We've got new holiday stuff. We've got the kit. We've got the live class. And just, you know, more hot content from yours truly. And going live more. I'm really excited about that. Murphy's excited too. He's singing about it. You hear him? He's a busybody, always checking in on everybody in the neighborhood. Did you hear the good news? I pooped. I'm talking about my dog, in case people are wondering. That would be awkward. Oh, hey, David! I know, it's so interesting. Love to tangle. Still love to tangle that page? What does that mean? Oh, I know. Instagram is so hard. Ooh, yes. Okay, so I can give you a little sneak peek. I'm still like finalizing one of the designs, but there's definitely a wreath involved for the winter kits. Yeah, Murphy is telling the dogs. Zentangle. What? What is? Oh, I'll have to Google that. Sounds exciting. All right, so now I'm gonna do something wild. Let's talk about some splatters. And then I'll get back to what's in the winter kit. So when you're splattering, I like to use another paintbrush. If you go really hard, it's gonna go like really spray, but sometimes if you want them to be more dotty, get a little bit more water on your brush and a lot of paint, and then smaller taps. Okay, more water equals bigger drops. It's like that. Okay, we're gonna do a couple more of those. And what I love about splattering, oh God, I'm gonna get everywhere. It's fine. What I love about splattering when it's wet is that you'll see in the wet shapes, it'll kind of spread out a little bit. Can you see that? And then in the drier parts, it'll stay where it is because of that water barrier. You can also, like the bigger the brush, the bigger the splatter it's gonna be. We have the toothbrush. I actually really like the toothbrush because it gets a little bit smaller. So make sure you rinse it in between uses. I don't think I rinsed it last time. So we're going to do a little pink. I'm just going to use some of this pink. And then you take the toothbrush and you kind of go like this. So I like the toothbrush because it's a little bit more diluted. It has a little bit more direction and it's smaller. They don't call me Splatter and Bloom for nothing. Okay, let's do a little bit up here. I think I'd like to do, I don't know, do we want purple or orange next? Yes, toothbrush is so good for snow. Damn, you're so funny. He says, I like brushing my teeth with it afterwards. Colorful teeth. Gorgeous. I hope you're joking. But anyway, so yeah, like look, see, just like a little spritz. So if you're doing, if you want to add some snow on top of white watercolor, or like white snow on top of watercolor, either you can leave it blank initially and use the back of the white of the page, or you're going to want to do either like a bleed proof white or a gouache. You could probably even do like a watered down acrylic too, just because you need something to cover over. Like white watercolor, I don't know, I don't think it's very helpful for many things. So, all right, I like this. We're gonna leave it here. We'll do some little eyeballs later. Okay, and let's come back to this baby. Okay, I'm gonna use my hair dryer, Epsom salt. Oh, yeah, you can also use salt. But the Epsom salt is interesting. I wonder if it sucks up different, probably like rock salt or whatever. But, oh God, another hair. My sweater, it's giving me trouble today. Yeah, so salt does really interesting things. Actually, I might be able to show you a little bit here. Why not? We're just going all over it. We're just doing it. Flick with glue, then, ooh, sprinkle them with Epsom salt. Wow! That is cool. So then you get like a 3D effect. So we'll just put a little bit on here and then I'll dry it. I don't know. Actually, we probably have to let it sit for a little bit. Okay, while we're waiting for that to sit, I'm going to get a pad of paper and you guys let me know what you want to learn. And we'll add it to my YouTube list. We'll do some market research together. But I want it to be helpful and like what you guys want. So since you're here, you get to pick. All right, we talked about shading. All right, let's see. We talked about shading. And like blending. Let's see. The water will bleed out. Okay. Oh, that's cool. What else did we want to learn? Trying to scroll back. Water use. how much little water. Brush shapes, like what you can do with all the different brush shapes. Love it. Front to back, values, proportions. Could you share a little bit more specificity, less or Jazzy, about what you would like to know about proportions? Ooh, color wheel. Okay. So I know Annie from Annie Makes Art has a wonderful tutorial on the color wheel. I really like that. Is there a difference between still? Not as far as I know. I just use tap water. Well water would be interesting because I know sometimes it can have a little bit of a coloration, right? And I wonder, what's Leslie Stoles on TikTok? She would probably know. She's like my go-to of who to ask about those like very art supply specifics. She knows like all the background stuff, but I wonder if she has a tutorial on that. Because that would be interesting. I wonder if like the minerals in tap water would make a difference. Ooh, look, it's happening. It's happening. Look at that. Do you see what that salt did? So you can imagine how that would look kind of like snow if you were using the right colors. Salt. All right, I'm going to turn on my blower, and then I'll go like this when I'm done, so don't hurt your ears. Yep, I've got blending. So type in while I'm blow drying this what you want to blend. Like, give me an example of what you're trying to blend, or just make a smooth blend. Let me know. Okay, so plug your ears, turn your volume down. Ooh, salted water. Oh my gosh, I love that idea of salted water. Okay, I'm just probably doing it a little too early. I'm gonna add that to my list because I'm curious. Maybe I could do like a science experiment where we figure it out live. I need to find somebody who has well water. Salted water. And I would assume if well water did have an effect, it would... Okay, we're not done yet. Sorry. Gradient on flowers. David, you are a jokester. One day we should hang out because I know you live close. Okay, so color wheel and then salted water. I love that. And then like shading on flowers. Yes, I can definitely do flower shading. Bleached water. Woo! Rice water. Potato. Floured water. Oh my God, you guys are... Okay, bleached, floured, potato, and rice. That is so fun. You have so much water. Rice. Love it. That's so fun. Okay. All right, so now we're going to take our... Actually, I like to use a pencil to do this. So we are going to create a little outline. And this is actually a really cool technique to use for presents. I mean, maybe not like a spooky witch's house, but if you have a like a dog, or right now I'm just going to draw the outline of the house while I'm talking. But if you've had a dog or a kid or like something that would be a good silhouette. I don't know if I like the shape of that hill. Okay. Then you can transfer the image onto your paper. You could even just cut it out and trace it. if you wanted. We'll make it kind of like wonky roof here. Maybe we can make like a little chimney. There's like a little mirror. And then I did like curtains on the last one and I didn't like it. So we're going to make it better this time. But yeah, okay. So anyway, just print it out, cut it out, and then trace it, and you can do a fun background, so you could do whatever you want with the background. Y'all are cracking me up. You can do whatever you want with the background, and then you just paint like a flat layer on top. So you could use either a dark color. I'm going to use Payne's Gray today because we love a Payne's Gray in the Towel Cottage here, which is what I call my shed. Okay. And then I'm going to squirt out a little bit more fresh paint. And so especially if you have two paints using wet paint, so it's more saturated, more concentrated, could be really helpful. And then I'm making a mess over here. What else? Or you could use gouache. So gouache is in between watercolor and acrylic kind of. So it is opaque, which means you can't see through it, like acrylic paint, but it's activated with water, like watercolor. And it's really fun to use in conjunction with watercolor because it creates this like cool creamy effect, kind of like when you add creamer to your coffee. It's really, really fun to play around with. But yeah, so that would be another good one because it would create like a really dark layer. And then what else? Oh, you could also probably use acrylic paint on top. So yeah, there are lots of options. You could even use like a permanent marker if you wanted to. So really just depends what you have. This can be as snazzy or as quick as you want. But I think it would be really fun to do like, I don't know, your kids' profiles. Yes, a gift for your grandchildren. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. I love that. You could do like, I kind of like the idea of doing like, I love you and like, you know, peace or something, like some fun hand outlines. You could even just do plain words over it. If you have like our house, our family rules are be safe and be kind. And so I could do like a fun background and then have be safe and be kind. You could hang that up in our house, you know, live, laugh, love style. Or you could do, I think a dog would be really cute. Yeah, if you have a logo that you like, or I don't know. It can be just really fun. Choose your own adventure. You have all the materials. Pokemon. There you go. You could do an outline of Pokemon. I love that. If you all do it, I would love it if you could tag me so I could see. That would be so fun. And I feel like it's really doable too, because the back, you just play with it if you want to do what we did today. If you want to just like paint it in water and kind of drop blobs in it like we did with the ghosts. I mean, it's a really fun way to kind of experiment in making the background, and then, you know, you can do what you want. So in the last video, I think I might do some so what I like to do, sorry, let's go back. Paper chips for a paint journal. Oh man, y'all are going off in the comments. I love it. I can't keep up. So what I like to do is to get this really thin, and what I like about this brush, I'm over 1,000? What does that mean? You're over 1,000? I don't know what that means. Okay, I'm Pokemon. All right, so what you can do is either on your water cup, or I think it works kind of better on, yay! Oh my gosh, who's going live? I can't wait. Oh, this is the Infinity Arts Soft Round Brush size 6. And if you use the code Kate10, you'll get 10% off her website. It's spelled infinity like N. See that? Jazzy Mom! Get it, girl! Woohoo! Love it. Congrats. Yeah, I want to see you go live. That's awesome. Okay, so I like to flatten it and see how pointy it is. So now I'm going to use that for some of the details. Okay, so we're going to go really thin. Okay, we love it. Okay, so in the other one, in my first attempt at making this live video, I did a fir tree, or like an evergreen tree. And then in this one, I think I might do like a branchy, you know, like a tree with no leaves on it, just so I can show some variety. All right. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna do this and along the edge of our hill. And I'm gonna do a really solid line, and then we're actually gonna come up and kind of water it out. So when you were talking about blending and shading, this can be a fun, like this is kind of a larger example of what you could do to shade, one option. All right, and I'm just gonna go there. Okay. Oh man, I'm glad we're doing it here too. How long have we been doing it? Because I definitely ran out of time last time. It's like, oh God, we gotta alert the troops of who won. Okay, so let's do really, really thick up at the top. And then here, I'm gonna load my wash brush up. Yeah. And we're just gonna kind of go here at the bottom, really, really watery, because I don't want to cover up that cool salt that we did. And then we're just going to kiss the edge of that and watch it. Oh yeah, baby, look at that. We could even tip our page. Oh, so spooky. I might actually add in, so you can kind of add more paint to make it more dramatic. It's just wiggling all over the place. This is like real wild over here. So the more paint and water you add, the more like a, you know, wild, messy slip and slide it's going to be. Okay, so here we can let it kind of fade down. Holy George. I like that. Okay, so there, I kind of like that we can see like the speckles. That was like a fun little Easter egg in here. I don't know if that's the right word. Okay. I don't know. Kind of just whatever. So we're going to let this dry for a little bit because I think it's cool if you have the tree in front and this part is dry. So let us revisit our ghostesses. Woo! Roots. Yes! They do kind of look like roots coming down the hill. Spooky roots. Okay, we're cleaning because I've made a mess. I'm having some coffee because, you know, gotta fuel up. Okay, then we have our little ghosties. And now, I think I'm gonna give them some eyes. So I'm cleaning off my wash brush because I feel like I'm not gonna use it again today. And I know that I'm just gonna like forget and leave a bunch of painting in it and it's filthy, so. Okay, all clean. And then when you're cleaning your brushes, just, you know, smooth them into place so they're not like all wonky. Just kind of make them look nice. Tuck them in, you know. Also, if you leave them in your water and run away, it's not gonna it's not good for it, but you know, nobody's gonna die. So I'm trying to think of what color I want their eyes to be. I think I might go with the Payne's Gray, actually. I love this color. It's so juicy. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Some colors just work really, like, are just have a lot of personality. So what I like about Payne's Gray is it, as you go from light to dark, it has a lot of variance. I think when it's wet and like really juicy on the page, it spreads out really well. I'm sure there's a technical term for that, but I actually do not know it. So, Let's see. Maybe this one is kind of like, I don't know what I'm doing here. That looks like a jack-o'-lantern eye. I don't know. We'll just do that. So I like how it spreads out. Same with the Winsor Violet that I was using too. I just feel like it's a very dynamic paint. And these are Winsor Newton paints that I'm talking about right now. Dynamic, yes. Yes, dynamic. Yes. Properly pampered. Must from fingers to tools. Yes, we got a print. Oh my gosh. Y'all are cracking me up. Okay, so I like Winsor Red, Winsor Violet. I really like Payne's Gray for that. I like, what's another one? I really like Phthalo Blue, or Phthalo Turquoise, I mean. That's probably my favorite color. Woo! Uh-oh. Smudged a little bit. Just go like that. You little ghosties are so cute. This one's going to be sleepy. This one's the baby ghost. And he's just napping. He's like, I can't even. And then this one. Okay, so yeah, so those are some of my fave colors. If you want to see my full list of favorite colors, I have a link in my bio that will, you can download or get access to my full supply list. And it's a spreadsheet. It's a Google spreadsheet, so it's always being updated and changed. So you can check that out. Yes. Super cuties. Yeah. So that's some fun stuff. What else am I talking about? Oh, I kind of like this one. It's like, is that upside down? It's kind of like its cheeks are in the way. That would be what I would look like as a ghost. When you smile, your cheeks get in the way. It's like something I have to consider when I'm getting glasses, because otherwise they'll bump up and not be in the right place. I'm like, I need to practice smiling. Let's see. I'm trying to think what else is helpful to know. And so I also have the watercolor terms tutorial, so that can be really helpful. All this is free. So you'll be in the know. You'll be hip and ready to go. Yeah. I like those little eyes. I feel like I want to give them eyebrows, but I don't know if ghosts have eyebrows. Oh my gosh, y'all. I was just watching Beetlejuice for the first time last night. I would say it's the second time, but like I don't actually remember any of the first part. The first time I watched it, I think I was like quite young. And it is just really wild. That part where she's like holding his head. Gross. It's pretty funny though. Now bashful. Yeah, I know, for the first time. Can you believe it? I was not allowed to watch a lot of movies as a kid, so, or I don't know. I feel like I missed a lot in the early 90s because my mom was very strict. I don't know when it came out, but yeah. Wild, yeah. It is something else. And I didn't realize it was, what's her face from Schitt's Creek. She's a hoot. Anyway. Yeah. Is anybody dressing up for Halloween? We were brain rot. Oh, good. I'm glad I didn't miss anything. Yeah, like everybody was seeing Titanic when I was in fourth grade. Everybody was seeing it, and they were like, the boobies. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I saw it, I think, when I was like in my 20s. I was like, I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's not fun. It's a very sad movie. Oh, man. Okay, well, this one, I think I want to like make this one a little bit more translucent because he's like behind the ghost. So I just kind of watered down my paint. And he's like, boo, from behind the purple one. Ooh, carved a pumpkin. Nice. Yes. Yeah, we had a little party over the weekend, and we were, the family madrigal. I was Louisa, and my baby was the donkey, and, my daughter was Isabella. She was driving this whole rodeo, and that one's very concerned. And then my husband was Bruno, and we had like this nasty wig from forever ago, and it was like perfect. I guess my nephew saw the picture, and he was like, no, that's not Uncle Andy, that's Bruno. I mean, he's not wrong. He worked it. A daisy, a rose, a maple leaf. That's right. Nobody was allowed to talk about him the whole party, which is his dream. He's like, then when he took his wig off, we all gossiped about him. I'm just kidding. So I do have a maple leaf tutorial. Is that what you're talking about? Tutorials? So there is a maple leaf tutorial. That's, I think, the first one in the Fall for Watercolor series. A daisy and a rose. A rose would be fun. So the reason why I turned this upside down, that's actually a great question. So I put it upside down because I didn't want to run my hand. I'm right-handed, so you should usually work from top to bottom this way so you don't drag your hand through the wet paint. So I just turned it upside down, especially since I'm just doing the eyes. It's like, but turn your paper where you need to be. Sometimes my hand, like if I'm doing leaves or something, it can help to turn your paper around to get the best angle for what works for you. Because just like you have a better side, like, you might be right-handed or left-handed. Unless you're that gal who does like, have you seen those TikToks where she's, trim on the little ghosty girls' hems. Oh my gosh, that would be so cute. That would be very cute. But yeah, so like you're going to have a better angle, especially to have more precision for curves or smaller spots or whatever. So not only just so you don't drag your hand through it, but you might just have a preference of which angle you like to go if you're trying to do like more precision stuff. So don't be, that's one reason why I like using watercolor blocks, instead of, like taping it to my table, because then you can move it around. I do have an easel that swivels, but I don't do a ton of work on my easel. Because watercolor, if it's up on a surface, it will like the water will run. So if you're working like really dry, you can like on really detailed work, but, I recommend working flat, if you're going to be using a lot of water. Watercolor blocks are great. If you are using a lot of water, it can still buckle and warp, but it's definitely, you're setting yourself up for more success for sure. I was using, I think it was the Strathmore paper, and it is like a really intense block, and I totally ripped the whole paper. So, read how you're supposed to break it off, because I had painted this really pretty thing, and I was like, oh no, it's entirely ripped. What was I talking about? Upside down. Oh yeah. So, if I'm going to have to tape something down to, like to the desk per se, I will actually use like a art board, to tape it down so that it doesn't, I can move it around, Oh, yes. Lots and lots of water on your art. I didn't know that. Lots of water on your art? Is that a French thing? Tell me more. This one is going to have like little. This one's in a hurry, so his eyes are kind of slanted. Or hers. Oh my God, I feel like it still needs something more, but I'm not sure what it is. We'll think on it. We're going to work on the finishing up the other one. Oh my God, I had so much to do today, but this is way more fun. It's fine. Okay, so now let's do, I think I'm going to blow dry this part just so you can see what it does if this part is wet or dry. All right. Oh, yes. Oh, fun. I love it. That's so fun. Okay, let's plug your ears. Don't worry, I am gonna try to save, hopefully I'll be able to save it. I'm gonna try to save it and put it on my, I don't know, can you see people's lives replays on TikTok? But I'm definitely gonna try to save it to my Instagram. Okay, so when you think about a tree, we're gonna kind of have it go up front here. So I'm gonna go, oh my gosh, Andrea, did you see Andrea's thing where she used the credit card? What is her handle? She's like the cute one who's like, it's going to be okay. Anyway, so she used a cool credit card technique. But we're just going to use our paintbrush because I don't want y'all to see my credit card number, you know? Ooh, bats. Yeah, we could do bats. On the ghosties or on, I was thinking some bats on here would be nice. I did that in the original one. So we're just going to kind of make, start thin. This is going to be the top. Then you could get thicker for your trunk. And I don't want it to be, I like it dark, but I don't want it to like all be dark because, oh yeah, on this one for sure. For sure. We're going to get some bats. I feel like I want to have like little candies in the ghost one. I don't know. And then you can kind of, and I'm almost, see how I'm going off my frame here? That just felt right, Is this your house? All right, let's see. Okay. I like it, how it's coming off the thing. That's fun. Ooh, trick or treat bags. Oh, cute. So here we're just starting thin. Just imagine. I'm going to do the like branches first so I can kind of compositionally imagine. I didn't mean to make those so like, you don't always want to make them like coming out of the same because then it looks weird. Okay, so those ones would be like more the sides. Some coming off to the front might be nice. So if you think about it, those would be like a little kind of closer and more upright. I think I might do like this one branches into a fork. Derby. Derby hats. Oh my God. Okay, y'all. I think I love that so much. Oh my God, that's so funny. I love it. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Okay, so this branch is like awkwardly. Okay, we're gonna make this a little thicker so it doesn't look so weird. And maybe we have like something like here. And it's okay if it looks weird because, it's like a gross witchy tree. So she cultivates her weird trees. Gotta have character. All right. So got this. Let's see. I'm loving it. This is exactly the kind of content I want to create. Ghosts and derby hats. Yes. Okay. And so now that we have our basic branches, I might even do like, I don't know, a scraggly one. Ah! I don't know. Okay, maybe that was aggressive. So I don't love that all of these are kind of the same angle, but it's fine. Yeah, let's do that one. Let's do that. And then you want the thicker part to be closer to the tree and then to get thinner as you go. All right, here we go. Yeah, and if you guys think of any more tutorial things that you'd like to cover, keeping a little track of that. So now we're doing our little side branches, so these can be a little thinner. They can go, you know, all directions. Trees are, you know, exciting, dynamic, scraggly. Let's see. All right, let's do, I don't know. I'm not loving this one, but we're fine. Yeah, I really like being able to provide these kind of tutorials though, because it's like, you know, you can see as I'm making it, I'm like, oh, I don't like that. So how am I going to fix it? And I don't know. I just feel like it's helpful to see somebody like make those decisions. I don't know if it comes off like as unprofessional, but I feel like it's important. Let's do like a big one coming off here. Yeah. Okay. You didn't know you were getting some weird singing, did you? You're welcome. Okay. So when you wait for this to, oh God, what have I done? Okay. Just make that a little thicker so it's not so weird. This branch is kind of like, hey, I'm tired. That's how I feel, branch. I haven't had enough coffee. Okay. So when it's, yeah, happy accidents. We're all about happy accidents. So see how when this is, okay, actually, this is a good little lesson. So this side was dry. So you see the hard line. This side actually wasn't quite dry enough, but you know what? This would be a happy little accident. Trees have bark, you know, so there you go. Yes, yes. You know, I think people get afraid of watercolor because it's like, oh, if I mess up, and water's so uncontrollable. But I also think because the paints like last so long. I mean, some paints I still have. I haven't like gotten more tubes, and I've been doing this for quite some time. So it's like, you know, get a good bang for your buck with the paints, and then the paper can be expensive, but there are some like really good, just casual watercolor papers that I have linked in that supply list that I was telling you all about with the link in my bio. And it, oh, we were going to do bats. So it, I feel like it's fun to play around and just kind of explore. Honestly, I feel like for me, one of the most helpful things has been painting with my daughter. She's 3. But she just kind of goes, you know, goes wild, and I see her do things. And I'm like, ooh, that looks fun. Or I, will, I don't know, or I'll just be sitting next to her and I'll just play, you know, it's like, nobody's watching me. Nobody is judging me. I can just let it all out, you know, explore, try new things. If it messes up, it's like not a big deal. I think sometimes we put so much pressure on ourselves to like create a piece of art in that voice specifically. And you know what? I think that's too much pressure. I think we gotta like just create for creation's sake. That's a weird looking bat. It's fine. I don't know. He's like in flight, right? He's busy. He's got a lot of places to go. So, ooh, should we have one like kind of like going across the moon. Yes, absolutely. But yeah, I think we just need to like just create for fun. Like I've been wanting to work on doing like an originals collection that, you know, specifically to sell. But I just kind of feel I kind of took a step back. We've got some stuff going on, like, you know, family stuff, and I just don't know that I have the time to commit to that this season, because for shops and stuff, we're doing a lot of markets. We sell watercolor stationery too, so we've got a lot of markets to go to. We've got, you know, like the holiday releases and all that fun stuff, which is all great, but it's a lot. And so I was like, but I still want to make sure my goal to keep painting is not put to the wayside. And I was like, this is actually perfect, because I just want to paint and have some fun and like find my sparkle. And it just takes the pressure off. So now I can just go live, explore. You guys can be my accountability buddies, and I can try new techniques. I was trying the bokeh technique. It says, you've been going for 90 minutes today. Take a break. Well, we'll be done when we're done. Tough to be perfect. Yes, there's no such thing as perfect. All right, so I kind of like that bat. That bat's cute. But anyway, so I was kind of excited to like be able to schedule that time to just play. And I think that's really important. Okay. What do we think? So pretty. So spooky, so pretty. So I like how this kind of like looks like the foreground. And I love how the hill, we've got the salt. Oh, so good. Okay, so this one I think is done. Let's let's put some bowler hats on these bad boys. I'm thinking colorful, yeah? All right. Awesome. I'm thinking colorful bowler hats. Yeah? Oh God, I'm gonna put one on. I hope I like it. Ah! It's okay, it's just for fun, right? Oh, could I do like a little... Okay, I like that. Let's see. Do we like this? And we'll kind of... What do we think? Steamers. What are steamers? Tell me more. Okay, now this is moving away from a bowler hat too. I don't know what. We love it. Oh my gosh. Okay. That is fun. We'll do some more in the pink. I feel like this one, we'll do a little bow tie. Do they need mouths? Okay, let's see. Let's get some purple. I kind of want to make like a little fascinator on this one, you know, like off to the side, just like a little teeny tiny top hat. Okay, this was a great choice, y'all. I'm very excited about this. Oh my God. Streamers. Ooh, like it's a party. Oh, that's fun. I could work with that. Let's see. Maybe we'll put a bow on one, like a bow in her hair or something. They're just ready to party. This is the kind of ghost I want haunting my house. you know. This one's gonna have a purse. Because obviously. Okay, so we're gonna do, yeah, she's a busy lady. She's got places to go. She's like, I've got to go get my Christmas shopping done before the sales get too crazy. I don't know, it's a weird shaped purse. I think it's okay. Oh, it's like a little Halloween bag. I love it. Party favors for them. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then for the behind the, you know, because it's transparent, so I just did like a little bit lighter. Okay, let's see. Not everybody needs something, right? We just want a little smattering. This one's gonna have a necklace. Gotta get the accessories, you know. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if we like that. It's okay. And then, oh, this one's gonna have like, oh, what are those, like, kazoo things that you blow on? I don't know, maybe that's weird. I don't know. I think I want this sleepy one to have one more thing. Maybe like a little nightcap. Oh no! The eye! Okay, let's see if I can pick this up with this towel. Nope. Okay. So I'm probably gonna just make those eyes bigger, and it's just gonna be a very big-eyed thing. Okay, we're just gonna do like a little, you know, like one of those little sleepy hats. Off to the side. Oh my gosh, so cute. It's kind of like a little witch's cap. All right. So let's see. Yeah, we're just gonna make these eyes like really big. This one's like, woo! I just found out some very shocking news. And they look like as if they've seen a ghost, but it's even more intense because it is a ghost, you know? Yeah, they're holding hands. Maybe they just, I don't know. Maybe they just smooched. And this one was like, I'm bored. This one was like, that was the best kiss I've ever had. I don't know. But I think we're done. I think this is really cute. So anyway, thank you so much for coming. I'm so happy to have you here. I would turn it around so I could show you my face, but definitely if you wanted to learn more about watercolor, go snag that initial course that I have that's free. It's in the link in my bio. Stay tuned for what's coming up next. Hop on my email list if you want to join the challenge. So thank you. So good to see you guys, and I'll see you next time. All right, bye.